One of the biggest myths about China is that its 1.4 billion people are homogeneous, that they're all just one single group with the same language, customs, and beliefs. While it is true that they're all Chinese, the people of the world's second most populated country are surprisingly diverse, with dozens and dozens of different ethnic groups, languages, and customs. Today, I'll break it down for you in simple terms. I'm Andy Boreham from Reports on China. Welcome to China Unveiled, my new series aiming to dispel myths about the Middle Kingdom. Okay, let's start off with a quiz. How many officially recognized ethnic minorities does China have? Is it A, 12, B, 112, C, 55, or D, 56? I'll give you a few more seconds. Okay, if you chose C, 55, you are correct. If that's a surprise to you, don't worry, you're not alone. Many in the West think that Chinese people are just that, Chinese. Now, that is technically correct, but looking at it that way oversimplifies just how complex and diverse the 1.4 billion people of China are. Also, that was kind of a trick question, sorry. I asked you guys how many ethnic minorities China has. Like we just found out, the answer is 55, but China also has a majority group, the Han, making up 91.11% of the population. So that means in total, China has 56 officially recognized ethnic groups. So why does China have so many? Well, Chinese history spans over 5,000 years. It's one of the oldest continuous civilizations on the planet. Now that is a lot of time for different groups of people to come together and form what we know today as Zhongguo, China. But how do we know exactly what the different ethnic groups or minzu are? Interestingly enough, China only began finding, cataloging, and officially recognizing the 56 ethnic groups starting in June of 1950, soon after the founding of the People's Republic of China, back on October 1, 1949. Teams of experts were sent all over the country with the sole task of finding out exactly how many minzu China has. The last group to be officially recognized were the Jinor people in 1979, nearly 30 years later. So that raises another question. How are ethnic groups identified here in China? Well, among the criteria is common language, common territory, and common history. Let's look at the Jinor people as an example, who only number about 26,000. They have their own language, also called Jinor. They have their own territory, mostly around the Jinor mountain in China's Yunnan province. And they have their own history and customs, including their own records, songs, and beliefs. Now, speaking of Yunnan, did you know that the southern province has among the highest number of ethnic minorities in all of China, and that it was one of the most difficult areas in terms of ethnic identification? During the first census of 1953, the people of that province alone submitted 260 different ethnic minority names. Experts, including ethnologists, sociologists, historians, and linguists, investigated each one, finding that the vast majority were different names for the same group, different branches of the same group, and even different transliterations of the same group. As one example, more than 3 million people in Yunnan spoke the Yi language, but they used dozens upon dozens of different names for their ethnicity. Linguists discovered that the system and structure of their language was more or less identical, which served as an objective measure for ethnic identification. Today, the Yi minority is one of the more populous, totaling around 7.8 million at the last census. After extensive field research, officials whittled the 260 different self-claimed groups in Yunnan province down to just 22. Not only are China's ethnic minorities quite distinct in language and shared history, they also have differing beliefs and customs. Using the Yi minority in Yunnan province as an example, their cultural traditions include marriage between those with the same family name being forbidden, and the celebration of the Torch Festival, highlighting their profound beliefs around fire to ward off disasters, scare away ghosts, and bring good luck. Religion also plays a part, of course, with many of China's ethnic minorities adhering to religious beliefs such as the Uygur Muslims and Tibetan Buddhists. There are 5 main religions here in China: Buddhism, Taoism, Islam, Catholicism, and Christianity, all of which are protected by law. Another unique aspect of China is that it has a vast system of regional ethnic autonomy. That means that many places around the country are governed on a day-to-day basis by that area's prominent ethnic group. The smallest is the autonomous county, and the largest is the autonomous region, of which China has 5. The Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region, the Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region, the Tibet Autonomous Region, the Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region, and the Ningxia Hui Autonomous Region. Now, did you notice that most of those regions have the majority ethnic group in the name? Ethnic governments enjoy many rights, including legislative power, independent economic autonomy, and even the right to modify or cease the implementation of laws and regulations from higher state organs if it is deemed that they do not fit the local conditions. Now for some quick facts, let me know how many of these you knew already. Number 1, did you know that all of China's 56 ethnic groups share the same political rights, with each represented in the highest offices of government? Number 2, language is a key factor in ethnic identity here in China, although not all of the 56 ethnic groups have their own language. For those who do, bilingual education is in place to protect those languages. As stipulated by the law of the People's Republic of China on regional national autonomy, school lessons are given in both Mandarin Chinese, China's official national language, and local native languages. Number 3, the population of China's ethnic minorities is growing at a much higher rate than the majority Han. When comparing the 2010 and the 2020 censuses, the Han population grew by 4.93%, while China's ethnic minorities overall grew by 10.26%. That is more than double. Number 4, among China's 55 ethnic minorities are a Korean ethnic group with a population of more than 2 million, and a Russian ethnic group with a smaller population of less than 20,000. So as you can see, despite all of China's 1.4 billion people being Chinese, they are a diverse and varied bunch, with 56 officially recognized ethnic groups. Regardless of ethnic identity, all groups share the same legal and political rights, with many represented by autonomous ethnic governments, as opposed to federalism, a uniquely Chinese approach. So I hope today's video helped unveil one of China's great mysteries for you. If there's anything you'd love to know about China, do let me know down below. And until next time, take care.